Employee engagement. Well, where do I start? Honestly, I think with all the employee engagement tools that I've been asked to review on behalf of my clients, I don't think there's ever another topic where I've seen so many, let's say, creative accounting going on as when it comes to employee engagement tools. What do I mean with an employee engagement tool? It tends to be existing surveys, like 30 or 40 questions um, around salary, around the manager, around all the topics that can matter to employees. And then they also measure the employee engagement. How they measure employee engagement is almost never how science is defining employee engagement. Let me explain. Almost all these tools are measuring what they call an employee engagement index. And that tends to be a mix and average of the eNPS, which recommend this company as an employer, satisfaction, your intention to stay with the company, right? Like 3 or 4 questions. They average those and then they say, hey, this is the employee engagement index. Why is it even relevant that this is not a scientific definition, right? I'm also a very, let's say, pragmatic person, not the one that's typing definitions of everything. But I do want to enhance the impact that I'm making. And if I'm not even measuring the thing that's actually supposed to be employee engagement, I will never find what actually drives employee engagement, so I can never enhance it in an effective way. So that's why, making sure that you know what you measure matters. The good news is that there's just science available, right? During my PhD, I also had to find existing scales that measure this emotional connection that employees have with the organization. And that scale is called Affective Commitment. It says something about my emotional connection to the organization. There are 3 statements. Statements like, I feel at home in company X. I feel proud to be part of company X. I care about the long-term effects. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to, to mention all 3 top of my head, but these are the 3. They define my emotional connection as an employee to the organization. So when I measure these 3, I not only have my index, but now I can actually figure out, hey, all those statements that I put in my employee survey, which of those have the biggest impact on my emotional engagement? And no, it's never salary. And no, it's never, let's say, very transactional HR stuff. It tends to be way more about the impact that I'm making, or the fact that I'm helping customers, or that I feel that the organization has a sense of purpose, right? It's way more topics like that. But then again, with the same smart driver analysis technique, you can now prove, hey, enhancing the impact that I feel on a daily basis is 3 times more impactful than a good salary, for example. And also, maybe tiny cliffhanger, the impact of the direct manager is also often very low or even 0. That doesn't mean that the manager is not relevant, but it does mean that if a sense of purpose or meaningful work is the number 1, then that same manager needs to start focusing and helping the employee feel more sense of purpose. How can you enhance their sense of meaning? Right? But just, being there doing, let's say, the functional HR stuff, that doesn't really have a big impact on the emotional engagement of employees. So emotional engagement, if you are measuring it, go out, check the tool, check the actual questions that they're asking. And if it's around eNPS, satisfaction, future, am I still working here? I would advise you to have a good chat with your employee engagement tool and tell them, hey, there are scientific scales that actually measure it, so can we please use those and use a sound driver analysis technique? Good luck and enjoy.